If you've ever wanted to become an environment artist, well, now's your chance. Introducing the brand new Environment Artist Survival Kit, a brand new course designed to take you from a complete beginner to an absolute master in Unreal Engine. You're going to be creating everything you see on the screen here. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Now, early bird pricing is just starting. The course has just dropped. So if you want to get the course at a reduced price, hop on right now and grab it before it's too late. Let's get into the video.
Hey everyone, I'm Tom Schubert, and today I'm taking you through a quick breakdown of my creative process. In 10 minutes, we'll cover vegetation tips in Photoshop and Blender, modeling with Illustrator and 3ds Max, Sculpt, texturing, some lighting ambition, and a few simple but super effective shader tips in Unreal. Let's keep it chill and efficient. Let's go, come on! So, this is a small post-apocalyptic sci-fi project, a world where nature corrupts and takes control of mechanical objects. I wanted to create a strong visual story, driven by a unique design. I drew inspiration from several references: Horizon Zero Dawn, a submachine gun, biotechnology and biomimicry, where technology seems in symbiosis with nature, almost absorbed by it. And finally, a few inspiration from Art Nouveau. My final goal is to design a semi-stylized vegetalized gun, a design that tells a story of destruction and rebirth. On 3ds Max, I started by creating intriguing 2D shapes, projecting shapes and parts to lay down the visual foundation of the design. Then I applied a voluminous shell to add depth to the structure. The work on the shapes continued until it fully matched my artistic vision. I made sure every detail was seamlessly integrated, achieving a balance between originality and visual coherence. Modeling the gun was a particularly fun step. Inspired by submachine gun references, I used dynamic boolean to create a slim silhouette. Here's a quick tip I love for working between Illustrator and 3ds Max, to create hard surface or organic alphas. First, design your shape in Illustrator and save it as an Illustrator 3 file. Then, import it into Max as an FBX, convert it into an editable poly, duplicate it as an instance, and apply a Boolean modifier to customize it however you like. It's a super simple and highly modular workflow. I set up the scene in Unreal Engine and worked back and forth between modeling and rendering. Then, on the brush, to blend the wood seamlessly with the gun's handle, I started with an existing handle model and resculpted it for a raw, organic look. I tried to make it feel like the trunk had gradually absorbed the handle, merging into the gun structure. I focused on the key light bounces to enhance the realism of the wooden grip. For the trunk, which isn't the focal point, I spent less time. To optimize, I used a Megascan mesh as a base, refining it by resculpting details. I added a cylinder for internal structure and carefully adjusted the cut at the top for a natural finish. For the unwrap, I took the liberty of using multiple UVs, since this is a personal project. Go for a back, then textures. For the base color, I limited the palette to 2 to 3 colors to keep the design visually coherent. I choose olive green and khaki. Inspired by military equipment, these tones evoke camouflage and blend smoothly with natural environments. Also dark, woody and earthy tone, adding a rustic, ancient feel like a relic. By merging military and natural hues, I tried to create a gun that feels alive and a balance between the artificial and the organic. Let's talk about shaders. I created a simple, efficient master material adapted for this small project. To simplify, I used only 2 texture maps per material. The DR, the diffuse with roughness in the alpha, and ME, a general normal map on the red and green channel with metallic in the blue channel and emission in the alpha. After all, to add more details, I created some materials function to edit colors. I also used triplanar projection with special textures to enhance the diffuse, roughness and normal maps, adding extra details without complicating the workflow. Now, let's talk about vegetation, a topic I absolutely love. I'll share my favorite recipe for creating stylized, optimized, and game-ready vegetation. First, painting silhouettes. I used Photoshop to paint plain silhouettes, then paint the base color. Work on the albedo and alpha channels to create a clean RGBA texture. To create normal map, just convert the color map into a normal map in Photoshop. Place normals in the red and green channels, roughness in the blue channel, and leave the alpha for translucency or other stuff you need. Arrange the texture on the UV map and import them into Blender. Carefully cut the plants, avoid transparency, and it's okay to use more polygon if needed. Here it's a hero props, so I use more polygons than usual in game production. I treat my vegetation like a character. Ensure good edge flow to support natural animation following the curve of the plants. Just place pivots and bend the plants to add volume and dynamism. Recalculate normal of the mesh for a fluffier look. For small leaf, this step isn't necessary. Then I just place my foliage on my gun, trying to compose a coherent narrative design. Don't forget to regularly import your plants into Unreal Engine to check the render and make adjustments. Follow these steps and you'll have a beautiful, optimized, and stylized vegetation ready for any game project. I used simple cross and pyramid shapes for the moss, paired with desert temporal. The moss was painted directly in the scene, considering subsurface lighting from behind. This approach works great with a fuzzy shading node to achieve a natural, soft look. Now have a look on my lighting ambitions. I focused on translucency in the leaves and a stylized lighting inspired by theatrical setups. Spotlights from above created concentrated beams like forest mood. I also tried adding a chiaroscuro effect for drama and a captivating presence. The background remains in darkness, emphasizing the gun's details with sharp contrast. Metallic surfaces and beveled edges were designed to maximize light bounce, accentuating the gun's sleek and organic silhouette. I added green, bioluminescent elements that evoke futuristic energy and natural glow, enhancing the harmony between technology and nature. I just added a soft black outline effect for subtle refinement to the overall composition. This lighting combines directional beams, translucent foliage, and glowing bioluminescence. This project was a lot of fun and a great opportunity to explore the blend between art surface and organic. I especially enjoyed working on lighting contrast, shaping the silhouette, and bringing the vegetation to life. But there's always space for improvement, like the trunk could have been more detailed to match the gun's richness, or some PBR elements need refinement. But that's a creative process. I'm happy with the result, and this project has inspired me to push even further. Thanks for watching, thanks to Artstation for this opportunity. I hope it sparked some inspiration. Have an amazing day.